Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is February 15, 2021, and today is Monday morning. So welcome back, everybody. Looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching Bitcoin retracing from its new record highs that it just touched last Friday, the 60K mark. Now, there is no major economic event scheduled for today, but as we look at the various markets, starting out with the currencies, we're seeing the US dollar gain mildly, okay, with some low volume. Now, looking at the indices, we're watching the Dow Jones continue to trade on its highs, while the NASDAQ throughout this rally has really remained quite weak, okay, not rallying much, if at all. Now, looking at the commodities, gold and oil pretty much unchanged, and looking at the stocks, it's the JP Morgan, it's the bank stocks that are showing strength, while the FANG stocks remaining weak. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin retracing to what we called previous resistance at that 58,000. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start here with the Euro USD, and this is really a very mild move, okay? Looking at a 4-hour chart, we're seeing this just consolidate or at this 119.60-ish level. Nothing really to write home about. If you look, we're right between our two moving averages, okay, which is really not a favorable place to be. Now, if we look at the more volatile pairs like the GBP USD, also just at that 139.18-ish level. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. Also, just consolidating in this area, not really giving us some direction of which way it'll go. So for a Monday, let's just keep our hands off the trigger right now until something either breaks out on the 139-ish level, 139.80-ish level, or breaks down this 30-day moving average on that blue line. Now, looking at the commodities, gold pretty much unchanged here, just a reflection of the current market condition. I mean, we've been trading between 1700 and 1725, which is normal. Okay, and nothing really to write home about at these levels. We're consolidating, okay, but you know, it starts getting interesting when we either have a breakout on the upside or a breakdown on the downside. Now, looking at oil, same story. Okay, we're trading at $66 a barrel. Now, what is important to note is that there is expiration for these future symbols, so just be aware of it, especially the indices. They'll be changing over this Thursday. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, just tapering off from our all-time highs of 32,860-ish level. We're just trading right now at 32,800-ish level, just tapering off 60 points. Nothing really big, but this could explode once again, okay? I mean, we've had an explosive week. I mean, we traded as low as 31,333 last week, and then just taking it higher from there, okay? Now, we are seemingly tapering off here, okay? So we may see a sell-off today, especially since we're going into Triple Witch Friday, which is this week, which is both expirations for future contracts and options, okay? So it's going to be a choppy week, I think. Now, looking at right now, this is the JSC, also just tapering off from its all-time highs. But if we look at the NASDAQ throughout this whole rally up, didn't do much. I mean, let's look at a 4-hour chart. That's a little bit more correct. Look at that. Nothing. Didn't go back to its highs. Didn't make new highs for the year. Nothing. And remember, this was the technology sector was the one that took us high back in August and giving us that little push higher when we all thought that the markets would be crashing once again. Now, looking at the individual stocks, okay, and this is really important to check out because when we look at JP Morgan trading on its all-time highs, even though it was down on the day and ended the day down, but altogether, okay, it was up, okay, 156 from its 155 high. If you look at Alcoa as well, yeah, it's traded down throughout the day, but hitting new highs at $32 a share. Now, when we look at the tech stocks, dead. Apple, just sideways. If you look at Facebook, okay, made a correctional move on the downside. Amazon, also unchanged for the day, and Microsoft also unchanged for the day. So, you know, I mean, ultimately, I think the prices are already being factored in until there's some sort of correctional move in the markets. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, all right, this is really important because this has really been the major play. We broke 60K last week, and now we're retracing back down to this 58,000K. Now, this 58,000K is a subsequent support, okay? I would really move this resistance-ish level. Okay, I could even delete it and just put this new support at 58,000 for a potential reversal on the upside. So just keep an eye on this later today. This could get really interesting, especially if we breach it. Okay, because this is capitulating in this area. So just be aware of it. So for a Monday, relatively, I think we're going to have some low volume in the currencies, but we may see something picking up in Bitcoin. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.